Thompson with How to Be a Hero. How to Be a Hero, Diana Thompson.
Thank you. What would you do if someone walked up to you and said, "You are a hero. You're a superhero and you have superpowers"? What would you say? What would you think? What would you do? You might turn and run in the other direction.
No, I think they had the wrong person.
Yeah, what would you think? Maybe you would think, finally, someone recognizes my greatness. Or maybe you would think, yeah, they have the wrong person. I said that to a classroom of students once. I said, "You're superheroes, and you have superpowers." And there was one young man right in the middle of the classroom, and he looked so uncomfortable that I just had to explain to him. I said, look, a hero is anybody who solves a problem. So whenever you solve a problem, well, that's when you're being a superhero. And this time, he laughed. But this was not your ordinary laugh. This laugh had a tone of anger to it. And everyone else in the classroom laughed at him. And I saw him slide down in his seat. And I walked over to him, and very quietly, I whispered in his ear, "Tell me, what are you thinking?" He mumbled something underneath his breath so quietly, I couldn't understand him, but I asked again, "What are you thinking?" And this time, he looked up at me and he said, "How can I solve a problem if the problem is me?" And I replied, "You may have the greatest superpowers of them all." And so for the next several weeks, this young man named Dylan, well, he and I had this thing going. And it went like this. Every time I saw him, I became the starstruck fan of a celebrity. And he treated me like the paparazzi. But I kept at it, and I noticed that over time, the game began to change. So that when he saw me, he would stand a little taller, and he would walk a little prouder as if he was trying to live up to this vision that I had of him. And then one day it happened. He came running up to me and he said, "I did it, I did it, I solved a problem." Somebody tried to fight me, and I would not fight him back. I said, "Oh, that's what I call a champion." Now we're standing in his classroom, and his classmates are doing a project behind us, and I very clearly heard one of them say, "That's what I call a coward." Now, you don't have to be a kid like Dylan to benefit from thinking of yourself as being a superhero. Because all heroes and superheroes do is solve problems. That's it. Leaders guide and inspire others, and champions overcome obstacles. And I don't mean to alarm you, but think about it. Every single thing and every person you come in contact with every moment of your life has the potential to be a problem. You face problems every day. And you have solved hundreds of problems, thousands of problems, perhaps millions of problems in your lifetime. You're already a superhero. So when you start to think of yourself like that, like a hero, a leader, and a champion, then you start to see the problems that you face differently. Wayne Dwyer said, when we change the way we look at things, the things we look at change. When you begin to see yourself as a hero, leader, and champion, then after a while, you'll find you begin to live up to this vision of yourself. And I'm not talking about problems like climbing some great mountain peak. No, sometimes getting out of bed requires superhuman strength. It's important that we recognize the the skills that we have and the challenges that we face so that we can do them better, so that we can guide and inspire others, so that we can overcome the challenges that we're faced with. And don't be surprised if one day someone comes up to you and says, "You're a superhero and you have superpowers."